Alright there everyone, I haven't done one of these beer reviews in a while, but I picked this up the other day and I don't know, I'm just eager to try it, so I thought I would do a video tonight. I'm a bit sleepy, to be honest. I don't know if it's the best time to be doing one of these videos, but I want to drink it, so here we go. This is, I probably can't get it to focus. I say this on every single video I do. Camera just doesn't want to focus. Yeah. What it is with this camera, right, it recognises your face and then it wants to focus on it. When you hit record, it won't focus on anything else ever again. If it's not recording, I can just do that and then get it to focus, but whatever, I don't know, whatever, I don't know. Anyway, this is, I told you I was tired, I'm fucking talking bullshit already. This is called Rhubarb. It's rhubarb and custard sour, and it says originally brewed with Brewdog Leeds for Collab Fest 2017, whatever that is. It says brewed and canned at Ridgeside Brew Co. in Leeds, and live and unfiltered, may contain sediment and all that shit. So yeah, you can't really see it, small writing, but the can's artwork is very colourful. It's very sort of abstract, apart from that weird like pie looking thing there. Yeah, I don't know, is rhubarb and custard a pie? Like, I always thought of rhubarb and custard as just like some like cooked rhubarb, like a rhubarb crumble with like some custard on the side, but that's, I don't know. Oh, fucking whatever. There's pictures of like rhubarb in a sort of splashed artistic sort of way, and it's also got a kind of, I don't know how you say the word, Rorschach test type of look. That sort of test where they have like weird ink splats. Whatever you interpret in the picture tells the psychologist something about your psychological state. Yeah. Speaking of which, I haven't really made many videos recently, for mental health reasons. Really, I had a, I don't know how to describe it. Maybe like a sort of, I don't know, like a breakdown or something. Just haven't been able to make any videos recently. I don't know. I've had a bad time. I'm going to talk about it in a separate video, but that's why the beer reviews and things haven't been made recently. Just, yeah, it's been building up, and anyway, I wanna have a go at this beer. It's got some like Leeds Brewdog, it says there, and then there's a weird picture of like a man with a bear costume with a F and an up arrow. I don't know what any of this shit's about, but yeah, I'm excited to try it. Rhubarb and custard sounds amazing for a flavour for a beer, and sour. I first tried a sour, I think it was only like last year or maybe even earlier this year, and I really enjoyed it, and ever since then I've just heard like people slagging off sour beers, like saying it's like ruining the craft beer industry or something. Like it's this stupid fad that's not really good. But I don't know. I really enjoyed the sour beer. I had this like cherry sour, and it was amazing. It was like such a sensation, and you know, I enjoy them. So, you know, let's have a go. I was kind of expecting it to be red. I don't know why, just because it was rhubarb flavour. It's not very, but yeah, it's almost flat. Look at this, no head at all. I hope it's meant to be like that, and not just like I've got a dud can, but I don't know. Maybe sours are not usually that that carbonated. I don't know. Yeah, it's got a bit of a, so it's got a little bit of a red tint to it almost. I don't know. Looking at it on the camera, on the screen there, I can see it looks kind of, yeah, a little bit. There's a little bit of a red tinge to it there. Maybe it's you know, it's yellowy, it's cloudy. But it looks very interesting. Ah, doesn't smell of anything. It smells. Smells slightly off, but it's a sour beer. They always taste like my first sip of a sour beer. It tasted to me like a bad beer, like an off beer. And then the more I drank it, the more I got into it. Oh wow, that really does taste like rhubarb and custard. Like the sweets, you know, this rhubarb and custard boiled sweets you can get. It tastes like that. It actually delivers. What was the last one I had where it sounded good? It was like chocolate and raspberry or something, and it just didn't taste anything like it. But it's got that sourness right on the front. Like the first thing you taste is that sourness, and the smell of it is a bit off-putting, to be honest. It's a bit like, yeah, when you get like a beer, if you ever go, you go to the bar and you get a pint of beer and you sort of like go, oh, like it's kind of like the beer you take back and go, oh, this one's a bit off. Can I have a different one or something like that, you know? But the taste of it, it's like there's really sharp taste coming through first, and then it just sort of transforms into this kind of sort of creamy, like custardy taste. It's really interesting. Wow, this is yeah, I don't know, very interesting. I'll give this one a go. I think as far as sour beers go, I've had some ones that are really sour, like almost like they're hard to drink. You just need, like, I've gone up and said, like, if I've seen it on the tap or something, I've said, like, oh, can I have a pint of that? And they're like, don't get a pint of this, like, just get a half, because you won't, you know, it'll be too much having a whole pint of it. And you know, have a half and then see if you can, you know, and then have another one if you want another one. But because they're so sharp, it's like you need something else afterwards, because it's like it gets too much. But this, the sourness is not so overpowering. It's like, it doesn't make you like, you know, kind of like when you like suck a lemon or something, it like makes your mouth pucker up. It's not that sharp. It's just got this really nice like tang to it. It's almost like it's actually almost like two sweets in one. It's like the sour apple sweet candies you can get, and then it turns into a rhubarb and custard on the aftertaste. Amazing. I don't think I've ever tasted a beer that's got that flavour contrast so well, like, and that like sort of timed flavour contrast, like one thing, like the sour, and then it transforms into a completely different taste, like sour into like sour and sharp and like citrusy, transformed into like a sweet, creamy, custardy flavour. I'm very impressed. I don't even know like how they've done it. Like, I'm trying to see like the ingredients. I don't know if they've got any ingredients, like maybe it's like an artificial flavour they put in. I don't know. It just says barley, gluten. It says allergens, gluten from barley and lactose. So yeah, I don't know. It's a mystery how they've got it tasting like that. Maybe it's underneath the label. It's got one of them labels that looks like you can peel it off, but I don't think there's anything under there, to be honest. It's probably just going to wreck the can if I peel it off. But I once heard that if you see someone peeling labels off bottles and things, it's a sign that they're unsatisfied with their sex lives or something. I don't know where I heard that, but Yeah, no, there's nothing under that label, so yeah, I'm just gonna drink this beer. I got this from a new place in town. If you live in the Newcastle area or the northeast area, you'll probably know about these already. But there's two sort of container village type of places where they just like stack a load of shipping containers up and turn them into units. And there's one opened up on the Gateshead side of the river, and it's like right by the river underneath the I think it's the Tyne Bridge, the green one. It's like right underneath there. It's like in an absolutely beautiful location. Like on a sunny day, you go down there. They've got this, and then you've got like the water going past, and this big massive bridge going over the top. It looks absolutely amazing. And then you've got this bar in a container, and it's got like, you go in and they've got like a menu with all numbers, and then behind them they've just got like loads of taps sticking out the wall, like tons of them going up, and you just look at the menu. Right, I'll have one of these. I had all these. I went in, like me and my wife went in, and we like had all these crazy beers. This was a while ago when it first opened, a couple of weeks ago, and I got pretty pissed. I had this like salt and pepper beer that was like drinking Tabasco sauce, and yeah, I got hammered just trying the beers because there were so many ones I wanted to try. And anyway, this one is from the most recent container village opening, which is right in the city centre. I think it's called Stack. And sorry, I'm going to drink a bit. It's like retail units in some of the containers along the outside, and there's like a nice beer shop in there, which is where I got this. The guy in the shop was very chatty and friendly, and from me working in retail, I do like good customer service. It makes me buy more. Like, I appreciate the if a guy's friendly, and so it always makes me buy more. So I bought like 3 cans. They were quite expensive. Some of the beers in there were like 7 or 8 quid for 1 can. I mean, they were quite strong, like 9% ones, but I don't know if I really want to pay that much for 1 can of beer. I'd actually probably pay that much for one of these again. Like, I think it wasn't that much. This was about 3 quid, 3 or 4 quid. But like, knowing how good it is, I think this is the kind of beer where it's probably worth quite, paying more for. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. But then, like, also inside this Stack thing, like on the outside there's all these shops, and then you go into the containers, like, and then it's like all these like bars and restaurants, like street food and stuff. Really, really nice. And if you're living in the northeast and you go to this place, check out the beer shop. And also there's a place up on the upper level where we got like some of the best fried chicken I've ever had. It was like this Korean fried chicken thing, and it was like covered, like really nicely fried chicken. It was like in this really light batter, and it had all this like sticky hot sauce Korean stuff all over it. Oh, amazing. Honestly, get there, you can get a beer and get some fried chicken. It's great. But I'm not trying to advertise a place. It was just it's a recommendation, Yeah, I think. I was going to say, I think that sweet aftertaste is going away the more I drink it, because it's like the sour taste is building up and it's lingering longer, but it just stays a bit like the sour taste just stays a bit longer, but then the sweet taste still comes through. It's like you get that even more like delayed time effect. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when with these kind of beers, because usually I'm looking like sort of what the sort of like the hop and malt sort of taste is. You know, like the how they've combined those sort of elements together. Whereas with these sort of beers, it's all about the sourness, and I don't really know where that comes from. Like, what part of the beer is it? The malt, but that seems to be like the flavour that overrides everything else. And then there's like that sort of sweetness. But like as far as like what sort of hop profile this beer's got, I couldn't really tell you. Like it's sort of drowned out by the crazy flavours that are going on, you know. So I guess it makes it kind of hard to review, especially if you're like, I don't know, if you're like a proper beer geek who knows all about your beers and things, which I you know, I'm not really an excellent beer reviewer like there is on YouTube. I just sort of drink them and say if I like them. So yeah, I find it kind of difficult to review these from a sort of beer geek perspective. God, I'm too tired to do this video. I start a sentence and then halfway through I kind of can't figure out how to finish it, or what I'm actually trying to say, or where I'm going with what I'm saying, and I don't know. If you watch my videos for any length of time, you'll probably have figured that out already, but I think it's even worse tonight because I'm like sort of half asleep and mentally distressed. Yeah, you can change the timing of the beer, the timing of that sour turning to sweet. If you take a little sip, it's like sour sweet. But if you like take a big glug and drink, it's like the sour just sort of builds up and then lingers a little bit longer, so you get that kind of sour, sweet. I can't fucking describe it, but yeah, I saw this rhubarb and custard sour. I thought, I really hope this delivers on its name and what it sort of sounds like it's going to taste like. And I know I have a bad habit of sort of imagining in my head what a beer is going to be like, and then being disappointed that it didn't taste like what I imagined it would taste like, rather than just appreciating the beer for what it is. I know that's kind of a bad habit of mine, you know, building myself up with false expectations and basing my review on those false expectations. But actually, it worked out this time. It tastes how I expected it to taste, and it's really nice and really surprising. And yeah, this beer's good. And it's the first beer I've had in, oh man, I can't remember the last beer I had. A week or two. It's quite a long time for me to not have a beer. But yeah, and I was actually going to not have one for like another week or two. But yeah, no, the rhubarb and custard sour, it was too tempting, to be honest. So anyway. And there's another beer shop opened up in Newcastle, which my brother came to visit me last weekend. No, which weekend was it? I can't remember. Fuck man, last week or so has just blurred into some kind of nightmare for me. But before that, my brother came, and he pointed out that there was a new beer shop opened up in the train station, and I went in and they had all this crazy beer, so I'm gonna probably get some of them there as well to review. Very nice. Yeah, really delivered that one. I'm happy. I'm happy that came about and didn't just you know, it wasn't all fancy label and no substance to the actual beer, which quite a lot of them are these days. You know, fancy packaging and just a bland beer, and it's, you know, it's always slightly disappointing. But today it delivered. We got a good one, and I recommend that. Even if you don't like the sours, I'd say give that one a go, because it's not super sour and it's got that sweetness afterwards to sort of take it away. And really, yeah, that was impressive. All right, that's the end of the review. I hope to do more near future, and hope you like the review. All right, bye.